Hi everybody, I'm Maze and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So clearly you can see I'm not extremely put together today, and that's because I'm just coming off a really bad moment, and I just wanted to talk about it because in the middle of it I was like, you know what, I'm sure I'm not the only person who's thought this or felt this before. So hey, let's just, before I even have a chance to clean myself up and forget how horrible it was, let me just record myself explaining the feeling, and maybe some people can relate. So, how many times have you found yourself just asking how? That's where I was this morning, literally just over and over and over. How do other people do this? How do other people organize themselves and get their stuff done? Just normal adult tasks. How do they stay on top of laundry and dishes and dogs and cleaning the house and budgeting and exercising and eating healthily? Man, I don't know. I woke up this morning feeling actually kind of okay. I was actually quite excited. The plan was actually to start thinking about and possibly recording a video about how I am now over a week off my antidepressants and doing relatively well and feeling quite positive and optimistic about that. So the plan was to actually start thinking about how to do that video, and as I was feeling like, yeah, I'm doing better, yay, look at me, then I just absolutely crashed, 100% crashed. Which is Murphy's Law, that's how it goes. So it's a little, reminder to stay humble. But anyway, it took me a while to get out of bed because my head was so filled with, wait, before you do anything. That's my puppy, just moaning at life. Apparently he's just sympathizing with me. He's hearing me tell the story. He's like, yeah, it's just too much, it's too hard, why? I don't know if you could hear him or not, but I feels you, bud, I feels you. He's like literally just lying at my feet looking at me like thank you, baby. Anyway, yeah, so felt positive, wanted to get up, wanted to get going, wanted to get active and feel energized and all of that. Started cleaning up the house, got downstairs, saw that the dogs, I have two dogs, had destroyed some base of mine all over a carpet. So there was foundation base all over the floor on the carpet. I also noticed they had chewed a piece of the couch, and we rent our house, so it was not our couch, it came with the house. So that's something we're gonna have to replace and pay for, which is fun and fantastic and wonderful to deal with early in the morning when you're not feeling great. It's really strange. I can't even really remember what the tipping point was, what the major, what the last straw was. All I know is it ended with me sitting in the kitchen crying my eyes out and not being able to breathe and just repeating, how do other people do this? How is it even possible? I have no energy. I'm so tired all the time, And my husband, who is wonderful, was sitting with me just saying, maybe other people don't have it all together. Maybe you think they do and they just don't. And I'm saying, other people work, they do their job, and yet they still come home and they can clean their garden or, like tidy up the house, feed the dogs, feed themselves. Basic stuff that I just feel like I'm failing at all the time. And this is just the recurring feeling that was coming through my mind is, fail. You're failing. You are a failure. Everything's a failure. Remember, you're a failure. So it was a lot. So I had a very, very, very intense dramatic cry and full-blown anxiety attack. Couldn't breathe, chest pain, all the fun stuff. And the funny thing is, I was actually feeling better than I used to feel. So I'm still hoping to make that video, by the way, about coming off my antidepressants and how that went. But So even though I was having a horrible moment in the middle of this anxiety attack, literally tears streaming down my face and just shouting over and over, like, how do other people do this? I realized in that moment that, hey, I could make a video about this, which is really weird. And I also realized, this is going to sound really strange, but I realized I could feel my tears, and I could feel they were warm. And this is horrible, but some tears were running into my mouth, and I could taste them. That's very weird, but I don't know why that's significant, but I feel like it's been many years of having anxiety attacks and crying all the time. But this was the first time I was like, whoa, I can feel the heat of my tears. And I was like, maybe I am doing a bit better. Maybe I am a little bit less numb, or a little bit more aware, or maybe the world is a little bit brighter, and my senses are working better. So very strangely enough, feeling the heat of my tears started to make me feel a bit better. Yes, I'm well aware that this makes absolutely no sense. Like I said, you know what? You never know. There could be somebody out there who's like, I felt that too. I can relate. I know what you're talking about. And if there is, that's wonderful. And, you know, may all of you experience happy, warm tears at some point that cheer you up in the middle of a horrible moment. You know, that's my wish for you. Warm tears. Enjoy. But yeah. So I started to think about how do other people do this, you know, because it feels like, and like I said, my husband is wonderful, and he was kind of calming me down and saying, you know, you have these high expectations for yourself, but probably the reality for other people is that they don't have it all together, and they also can't handle all of these things at the same time, you know, because the problem for me is I feel like I have so many goals, and I have to do them all at the same time in order for any of them to work, which kind of relates back to my previous video about becoming overwhelmed and overthinking and not being able to start any of the goals. So you can clearly see I'm still working on that one. I'm getting there. Hey, at least I'm on video number 2. But I realized, you know, okay, so the problem, you know, too tired at night to train the dogs properly, to clean up the house properly, to get laundry done, all of that stuff, right? Okay, so the reason that I have no energy and I'm so tired is because I need to get a bit healthier. I don't have enough nutrients in my diet. I'm not drinking enough water. Sleep is a little bit nutty. Okay, so why am I not healthier? Oh, I know, because I can't wake up in the morning and I can't meal prep properly. And so we're rushing late to get to work in the morning. And so then you end up eating whatever you can because you didn't prepare properly. Okay, why am I not waking up properly in the morning? Why can't I get out of bed? Oh yeah, because I'm unfit and because work is way too stressful. And this whole 2020 COVID situation that's now rolling into the next year for me was way too much. And so it just feels like, okay, to solve all of these problems, I need to be attacking every single goal on all fronts at the same time. You know, I need to be exercising. If I'm exercising, that will give me more energy. If I have more energy, then I can clean better and I can cook more and I can plan my meals better and I can go grocery shopping. And if I can do that, then I can be eating healthier food. And then the healthier food will help with the fitness and the exercise, you know? So basically, if I do one by itself, it's not going to work. I have to be doing them all at the same time, which is then extremely overwhelming. And then I start to think about, okay, when is there time for this? Or where is the money for this? And that becomes a whole nother thought, right? Long story short, I had good intentions. I did get out of bed. I did go downstairs. I did start cleaning. It ended in a huge anxiety attack, just crying and crying and crying about how is this possible? How do other people do this? It just feels like the society, the system that we've set up for ourselves is failing us. It doesn't work. We don't work within the plan or the construct that has somehow been formed for us to fit into, you know? Oh, this is what humans are supposed to do. We're supposed to look put together. We're supposed to eat healthy, drink enough water, get enough sleep, and have a social life, and look after dogs, and... Sorry, obviously dogs are a big part of my life. And look after dogs, and exercise, and be good partners to our wives, husbands, partners, whatever, right? Oh, and also still be good at your job while you're at work and be an inspiration to those around you. I happen to work with teenagers, so really important that my mood and my attitude is in the right, place, and I have the right energy going into work, which is also very demanding. yeah, you can see the whole problem. And one of the thoughts I had, I started crying, and I started just saying to my husband, we can never have kids. We can never have kids. And he was like, what are you talking about? You were just crying about cleaning. Why are you now jumping to, we're doomed, we can never have children? And I was like, if we cannot sort out our lives, and we have a messy house, and we're unorganized, and there's no routine, and there's no plan, and everything is just total chaos, and I'm feeling guilty about not walking and training my dogs enough. We're unprepared. We can't have kids. It was just like, cool, we're never having kids. Unless we can become perfect human beings and have everything totally organized with a perfect routine that we follow, you are not getting children, sir. That's basically where my mind was at this morning. So he kind of found that funny. And I mean, but you can see, so I put myself under a lot of pressure. I do have high standards for myself. The problem is, I never achieve the high standards that I set for myself. That is the problem here, ladies and gentlemen. I did calm down. I did feel better from the warm tears. My dogs are really good at being super, super cute when I'm not feeling well, which is helpful. Long story short, I did end up getting the house clean. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, the house is clean. Then, on top of that, I made the most kick-ass sandwiches you have ever seen in your life. I'm talking mayo. Then I'm talking lettuce, tomato, cheese, ham, more tomato, cheese, more mayo. It was dank. It was very, very nice. You know what, can I just be a housewife? Maybe I'd be good at this if I didn't have all the other stress of work and other things. Please just let me do this. I'm so good at making sandwiches. Please, can I just do this for the rest of my life? I still haven't answered the question of how do other people do this. I think some days are better than others. I do think the answer lies in routine and habits, and forming good habits. Because I've realized that a big problem that I have, or that me and my husband have, is that we just say, oh yeah, we don't have to do that. I think what happened is, because we were so tough on ourselves when we were younger, as we grew older, and especially as we were a partnership, we started to tell each other to be kinder to ourselves, to take it easier, realize you don't have to get it all done in one day. And now we've gone to the other extreme, where we come home from work and we're like, we don't have to clean right now. Oh, we don't have to do this right now. Oh, it's okay if the dogs don't get a walk today. You know, you don't have to do it today. Do it tomorrow. And I've realized that this switch in my brain of, oh, you don't have to do it, you know, you can actually put it off and the world's not going to end, has now come to bite me in the ass, because obviously when your brain is tired, it's going to go for the easiest option, and it's very, very, very good at convincing me to take the easy, lazy option. And so then what happens is, if you skip it one day, and then 2 days, and then 3 days, it builds up, it becomes very overwhelming, so that on a Saturday morning, when you have all the right intentions, you walk down, you realize how you've been pushing everything for a whole week, and it suddenly just hits you in the chest like a ton of bricks. So I'm gonna not do that again. So, plan going forward, we have decided to believe 100% that we have to do things, that we can't push them to the next day. Now, that doesn't mean it has to be done 100% perfectly. If you remember from the previous video, anything worth doing is worth doing badly. I mean, just do what you can. It's better than doing nothing at all, right? So that's my motto going forward. You know, I've also realized I feel better when I've done something. So hey, if you're feeling terrible, do something. That's one way that you can actually alleviate the symptoms a little bit. Just put the washing in. Never mind the fact that you're not going to take the washing out of the machine and it's going to sit, you know, and you're going to have to re-wash it, and then I'll make it my husband's problem to hang it up later on. That's not the point. The point is I put the washing into the washing machine. Yay me. Okay? I'm kidding. Well, I'm half kidding. This video is not making very much sense, but I didn't have any expectations that it would. So my thought process was just sit down and show people that, hey, probably you're not as bad as you think, because look at the rest of us who are struggling just with basic normal human stuff. You know, we're in this together. Be kind. Just be kind. Just be kind. Just be kind to yourself, to other people. And Hey, if you have comments about great ideas of how to get into good routines, how to build good habits, how to streamline getting a little bit of exercise and good nutrition into your daily routine, please, please, please help me, people. Help me. Put it in the comments. Have a lovely day. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. Thanks for making it through all these muddled ramblings. Now you're starting to catch on to why this channel is named what it is. Yes, okay. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Please like and subscribe if you have energy to ever deal with this again. Yes, thank you. Bye.